Vapers, Everyday Vaper here again with a hardware review, or rather an accessory review of this little setup. This is the KRO or KRO Coil Jig from Diamond Mist. Very kindly sent to me by the guys at Vape Distribution for the purposes of review. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now this is something to make your life easier in building coils. So if you have a dripper, if you have an RTA and you build coils for it, just simple coils, and this is a very useful little bit of kit to do. It's a very simple one. It's not as fancy as some of the larger kits out there, but you can build a coil from 1 mil all the way up to 3.5 mils in diameter in just a matter of seconds, really, with this little kit. So what we're going to do is, obviously, as always, have a look at it close up, and then we're going to just talk about it in a little bit more detail. So the KRO or KRO Coil Jig comes in this clamshell box, and it comes from the BYO range, the Build Your Own range from Diamond Mist. And on the back of it we have a bit of information about making the coils, how to do it, and a bit of sales blurb, and also size, diameters. But we're going to have a look at that in detail anyway, so we don't need to really go through that. So as you can see in here, what we have is we have a central chamber or a center part, and then we've got these sections here, and what we're going to do is just going to go through each little bit. These small parts here are for your diameters of your coils: 1 mil, 1.5 mil, 2 mil, 2.5, 3 mil and 3.5 mil. Now each one of these will sit in one of these, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. And then we have a little adjustable screw to adjust the screws on here if you need to do it. So what we're going to do is just take out number 1. As you can see there, what we have is 2 screws and a center hole. Now the center hole is where the top part of this goes in. Let me just take out the 3 mil one. So it fits in there, and each one of those, depending on the diameter, will fit in one of these holes quite easily. And the way you set it up is very, very simple. We need this central part. Just going to leave that out of the way a minute. We pop our small section in there, and you can see a little hole in the top. That's where our wire is going to go through. So we're going to have a trailing leg of wire going through that. So that's what we'll do now. Now I've got some twisted 0.4 mil canthal here, so it's the thickest stuff that I use personally. So we're going to see if that goes in our hole, which it does quite nicely. And actually making a coil, you couldn't really be simpler. All we're going to do is pop on this top section, obviously screws down, and we're just going to wind. And that is it. Dead simple. Very, very simple. And of course you can know on your wire, if I put another 3 reps on that, would be a nice 0.6 ohm build on there. But it is dead simple, and then just to take off our coil couldn't be easier. We just take it off like that, and there you have it. A nice 3 mil coil. Of course it's going to need slightly adjusting when you put it in your ATI or your tank, but very, very simple. And you can make with all of these different sized ends, if we can make our macro and micro coils going up larger and larger. I was a bit kind of not sure about this when I first got it, but it's really grown on me because it does make life a little bit more simple. So there you go, the Diamond Mist, the KRO Coil Jig, or the KRO Coil Jig. Let's just talk a little bit about it. So there you go, the KRO Coil Jig, or the KRO Coil Jig, depending on how you pronounce it, from the Build Your Own range from Diamond Mist. It's a nice little kit. It definitely makes your life easier for building coils. I know quite a few people out there that would be the first to admit they're not the best at building coils, so they'd rather buy pre-made coils or buy stock coils for your clearomisers. But if you really want to get that full flavour from building your own coils, so this is a really useful bit of kit. Okay, little things that that I personally think could be improved is the carry case, the box. There's a lot of individual components in this kit, and this box is a little bit bulky. If we take out that is basically the width of everything you've got there. What we've got here in this box is just a piece of card. If I take it out, we've got a lot of empty space in there. So the space to size of equipment ratio is a bit over the top. It would be nice to have something that you could close fully, because this top can come off quite easily. So if you are using this as the carry case, I don't want to be really losing any parts in here. I don't want to lose any of the components that we have inside this kit, because I might want to build the coil, the component that I've lost. So just a little bit of a better case. Also, another thing that I'm not a great fan of is the paintwork on it, and also just the strength of the metal on this section here. If I show you what I mean, can you see how it's all scratched, and where the wire comes through is actually it's actually been ground away. Now that's only from making a few coils. Now that means that there are either metal shavings or paintwork going into my coil, so I'm going to have to clean my coil before I use it, which I don't really want to do. So maybe a stronger metal here, if possible, and also paintwork, or no paintwork would be ideal really. But they're just little niggly things that that obviously can be improved. But for what it is, and also for the price that you can get it at various places. Now you can't, I'm not going to quote any prices because I got sent this by Vape Distribution, and they don't actually sell anything individually. It's all done through resellers. They are wholesale distributors. So I'm not going to talk about the price, but you can pick this up pretty cheap all around the UK. I'm not going to mention individual suppliers. So does it make your life easier? Yes. As I said in the close-up, I was a bit skeptical at first about whether it would be useful, because I've just always done my coils through around just a 3mm screwdriver. But this definitely makes it a bit quicker and a bit easier to do it, and also a little bit tighter with those coils. So it's not a bad little bit of kit. So if you are looking at building your own coils, unsure how to do it, then get a piece of simple kit like this, the KRO Coil Jig from Diamond Mist. Thank you very much for Vape Distribution for sending that out. Thank you for subscribing and watching. Diamond Mist KRO Coil Jig. Check it out.